So if you remember that last 2 days class, we have discussed about that general process like material management, which is other modules, other areas, and how ECC and S4HANA, right? So the
Yeah.
journey of that. Now today
Yeah.
we discuss actual material management.
Okay.
So when we're talking about material management, okay, so we are majorly considering about the three aspects here. Okay.
Purchasing.
Yeah, one is purchasing,
And inventory management
inventory management,
and invoice verification.
invoice verification, vendor invoice verification. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the three parts, three areas we are looking into that. Okay. And moreover, you need to be understand that. Okay. So we are discussing always supplier. Majorly, we are talking about the suppliers. Okay. So we are not relevant to the customers. We are only relevant to the suppliers. Okay. So we can say suppliers or vendors.
Oh.
Okay.
So supplier and vendor is the same.
Yeah, supplier, vendor, source of supply, everyone is same. Okay.
No.
And today we'll discuss about that the procurement process cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the standard procurement process cycle. Okay. So how SAP which is provided that. So generally there are so many business they are comparing that. Okay. This is the common business process which everyone they are following. Common process. Okay. So that's they are saying that standard business process. But again, irrespective of that standard business process, maybe every client have the different kind of the business process. Okay. So that we will discuss later. So now we'll talking about the procurement process cycle. So we will call this as a P2P cycle.
Yeah, P2P cycle.
Okay. So procurement to pay cycle.
Yeah.
So what is the procurement to pay cycle? So the first step is okay, purchase requisition. Okay. So what do you mean by purchase requisition? So purchase requisition, what do you mean by purchase requisition? Okay. So since we discussed about that in our organization, if suppose we have a big organization, which is this is the one big plant. Okay. And in this plant, again we have that okay different departments they have. Okay. So so there will be like a purchasing department, there will be a finance department, there will be a HR department, there is a okay, there is a plant maintenance department. Okay, there is a other departments also they have. Okay, so when we get the requisition, purchase requisition is nothing but like a okay, what actually need, what actually need for the our requirements. Okay. Okay, so if suppose there is a different cases again, okay. If we're talking about there is a one more case, one case is maybe customer requirement. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe internal cost center. Internal cost center. So internal cost center is nothing but it is like a department. Cost center means it is a department. Okay. We can say departments. So maybe we will get the requirement from the internal departments also. So let's example the HR team. If the HR team is there, HR team they are asking me, I need laptops. Okay, so maybe 1,000 laptops. They are planning to recruit the team, or they're planning to recruit the resources. So they need that. Okay, laptops. Okay, our finance department is there. Finance department again they are requesting that they need some paper dump of papers. Okay, or accounting purpose they need some files or they need some papers, pens, accessories, all these things, right? So again coming to the different department, they have their own requirements. Okay, so when we talking about the purchase requisition, okay, this is the collection of the all the collection of the requirements from different places. Okay, it might be from the customer, it might be from the production department, it might be from the internal cost centers department, or it may be from the scrap team. Okay, anything. Okay, so it is like a identity. So when the purchase requisition, when we're talking about that, okay, so always like what exactly they recommend, what is actually the requirement. So
Yeah.
what we need to check here, the first thing is what
Quantity.
what actually need. So what actually need means there are so many materials are there, lakhs of materials. Okay, pen, pencil, paper, erasers, okay, accessory
Yeah.
pots, and again steel rods, steel plates. Okay, so different materials are there. So what actually you need? So you need to be identified that what material it is required. Okay, and
Yeah.
when it is required. When it is required, that means okay, there must be have the some target date. Okay, on this date I need. Okay, suppose
Yeah.
okay, if suppose my college or my college celebrating that, okay, celebrating anniversary. Okay,
Yeah.
so while they're planning to celebrate on April 10th. Okay, so they requested some of the materials they need, maybe food or maybe some kind of the articles, some kind of the uh, decoration items. Okay, they
Yeah.
requested. So their the anniversary is on April 10. Okay, so
Yeah.
you must be have the stock before that April 10. Okay,
Yeah.
even on April 10th or after the April 10th, there is no use, right?
Yeah.
So when it is required, also it is very important, right?
So April 5th.
Right. So that
Yeah.
we call delivery date when actually you
Oh,
are planning. Okay. So that when you are expecting this quantity. Okay. So that
yeah.
delivery date and where exactly it is required. Exactly
Where just to,
where exactly it is required. So where exactly it is required means so our company have the multiple branches. Okay, so they have
yeah.
Delos one branch and okay they have UK one branch and Australia they have one branch and again the US itself they have the different kind of branches. Okay,
Yeah.
so when they're talking about that we have to be enter that plant code also. So okay, so the plant
Yeah.
code where exactly it is located. Okay, so the place of the stock
Where
which you need. Okay, clear?
Yeah. So it's the like delivery location.
Yeah, it's location. We can say
Oh.
location.
Oh.
Exactly their location. Okay, plant code.
Yeah.
And what else it is required? What it is required and when it is required and where exactly it is required. Then what? What else?
When, where, how, or who is required?
Who required is this plant location people they need.
Oh, okay. That's where. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Then what else? So generally in your home, okay, just planning that in your home, you are planning to buy the groceries. Groceries. Okay, let's
Yeah.
assume that you're planning to
Oh, how
buy the
how much is required? How
how
much
much
is
it
it?
is exactly how
Oh
much
yeah,
it is required.
quantity.
Yeah,
Uh,
correct. Yeah, how much it is required. That is the quantity.
yeah,
Okay.
when you said that, I understood. If
Yeah. Okay. So then see, so as a part of this purchase equation, okay, these are the necessary. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, again, okay, again, if there is any specific departments or it may be specific orders or something which is like that, you can mention that additional information. But other than this one, these are the mandatory information to create the purchase
yeah,
request. So
yeah,
generally, the purchase request is the nothing but like a identification of the what you need. Okay,
yeah,
what exactly it is need from your department, so that you are preparing in the purchase requisition. So this information, okay, when you creating the purchase requisition, we are not providing to vendor till here. Okay, because this is a just internal discussion. Okay, so internal discussion, what exactly it is needed, when it is required, how much it is required, that we collecting the information, but we
yeah,
still we didn't share to anyone, we didn't share to any vendor or any supplier. So still here we didn't identify that who is the supplier. Okay, this is the just collection of the information. Okay, I
yeah,
just planning to get that. Okay, these are the groceries I need. I'm just note downing that these are the groceries I need. But I didn't decided that. where I how to buy. Okay.
So we have to say who we're purchasing from.
Yeah. So this is the internal purchasing document. We
Oh,
call this is the internal purchasing document.
internal purchasing.
Okay. So purchase requisition is always internal purchasing document. Okay. It's
Yeah.
not external document. Why we didn't say external purchasing document? Because we are not sharing any this information to vendor. As of now, this document is created only for our internal purpose to collect the what actually required that we are collecting information.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what is the next? So the step 2. So I got the requirement like material X. Okay, suppose let's say material X I need, and the quantity, let's say assume that quantity I need 1000 pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, then I need delivery date on 10th of April. 10th of April. Then plant I can say that the loss or okay, the last plant. Okay, something like thousand. Okay, some code. It is like
Yeah.
identification code. Okay, so the last code. Then what in the second step? So as of now we identified this one. So so to get this stock, what is the next plan? So what else you need to get this information to get this material?
Where it is required, or what materials. Oh, mat X. That's okay. When it is required, delivery date, plant.
No, these are all information we already captured, right? Material and quantity, delivery, plant I captured. So to get this stock, what is the next step? So in your home only, you have prepared a list of the accessories. Okay, now what you will do?
The internal cost center.
Sorry?
Oh, you would have an internal purchasing document.
No, leave it about that. I'm just step 1 is completed. Leave it about the purchasing requisition. So step 1 is the purchase requisition. That is the identification of our requirement. That identification of the requirement is completed here. The step 1. That is the material X and quantity, delivery date and plant, everything it is completed. Now what is the second step? So in your home, once you identify that, what you will do? The next step. What else? So you already
Invoice verification.
no invoice verification. How which invoice you will do? Which invoice you didn't receive the invoice, right? As of now. So the step 2 is nothing but like okay now. So in my home, I prepared the groceries. Now I'm planning to buy this product. So where I can buy this one? So where I can buy this vendor? So I need to be identify the vendors because as of now I don't know who is the vendors.
Oh, so you have to know who you're buying from.
Yeah, to where from because right you have that this material X can be buy from the supermarket or can be buy from the market or normal market or stores, right? I can go
Yeah.
to Walmart. So where I can get this product? Who is my supplier? So I need to be find that supplier. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next one is identify the vendor. So we can say identification of the vendor. Identification of the vendor or source of supply. Okay, or
Yeah.
supplier. Okay, this is a common name. Okay, now to identification of the supplier. Okay, in my company, if they are planning to, there are multiple vendors are there. Suppose let's say around in my circle, 10 suppliers are there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now out of these 10 suppliers, how I can select that? Who is my best supplier to whom I need to order this product?
Fastest shipping time.
Fast shipping time. Okay. Other than that, because
Cheapest.
because I need on April 10th. Even if I get the April 10th also, I'm okay, right?
Yeah.
So when there is that, what we are looking at that, we are looking at the price. mainly price, right? If
Yeah.
suppose the material X is material X, if I get in the supermarket, okay, like $100. Let's assume that this $100. If I go to uh, the Walmart or something, which is a big supermarket or stores, okay, then I will get this material X again. Okay, I will get
Yeah.
for the like $9. Okay, if I so I can see that okay there is a freight cost, and so we also need to be find the freight cost, right? Because if I'm traveling from the my location to this Walmart location, okay, again $1 I need to spend on the each product, then there is no use, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when $9, $10 like that, so you also need to be find that okay, what's the prices for this product. So now first what we'll do, we'll request them. Okay, I will send this information, the above purchase requisition information. Boss, this is my request and this is my requirement. Okay, so I'm just
Yeah.
sending this information to my suppliers.
Yeah.
Right. So then only they will understand, right? They can supply or what is the price, that information you need to get. First, you need to tell that what you need. Correct.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so that we called RFQ, request for
All right.
quotation. Request for quotation. So that means I'm requesting to suppliers, please provide your price quotation. Then I will compare that. If I'm good with that, I will buy that product.
Oh, so you request for quotation from all the suppliers, and then you
Yeah,
choose which one
I'm
is
just yeah,
price.
I'm just sending this information to my suppliers. I'm expecting that price of the each vendors, uh, which vendor. Then I will compare that. Then I will decide at that where I can buy, because I don't know the price, right? Because I don't know
Yeah.
price, right? So so I will just sending this information, the request to the my suppliers, okay, and I will
Yeah.
requesting that my the price value. Okay, so
Yeah.
the step two, in the identification of the suppliers, identification of supplier, the first part is okay, RFQ, creation of RFQ, okay,
Yeah.
and sending this information to suppliers. Okay,
Yeah.
so how you will create the RFQ?
You can.
From purchase requisition. All right,
Yeah.
from purchase requisition, you know this information, right? This
Yeah.
information you are capturing here, and in the RFQ, you are mentioning this information based on the PR number, and you are sending the. We have 10 suppliers, right? Supplier 1 and supplier 2, supplier 3, like that. I'm sending this information to all the suppliers.
Yeah.
Okay, clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then, what is the next step? I send the I send the information to the supplier. So the what is the my next expectation? What is
You
my next
expect
expectation?
you
Expecting
expect
that,
to receive a price or a
yeah.
quotation.
So correct. So expecting that I'm receiving the price from these suppliers, right?
Yeah.
So before that, in the RFQ, there is a one more thing which is the deadline. Okay, deadline also you need to be provided. So when I can get this price information, I'm expecting this information before the
It-
my date, like let's say 5th April.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, because after I'm getting this information, I have to be analyze that all the vendors, all the quotation. Then I will decide it. I will take the decision. Then I can write the purchase order. Then I can get the stock. So by April 10th, if I need to get the stock, that means at least I have to be planned 5 days or 10 days before. What were the
Yeah.
plan? Okay, so that
Yeah.
again, how long it will be take time? That again depends on the your material. That supplying time,
Yeah.
okay, processing time. Okay, so now deadline is 5th, and I'm just clearly mentioning here. This is the material, this is the quantity, this is the delivery, this is the plan. So you supply these goods and give me your price. If you can able to supply these goods, please send me your price. So we'll validate the price and we'll confirm that whether it is as per our my budget, my target. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the next step is here after RFQ. Okay, we'll get the quotations from the different vendors. Okay, that will be maintaining the quotation.
Yeah.
That we are maintaining the quotation. Okay, so in the quotation, so we'll get the quotation, right? Then in your in system, we are entering that all this in price information.
Yeah.
Price information of from each supplier. Okay, I'm entering here.
Yeah.
Along with this, okay, if there is any terms and conditions or any, okay, any freight charges or any additional charges, labor cost, packing cost, unloading, loading cost, shipping cost, okay, all these costs, whatever it is there, all I need to get in the quotation,
Yeah.
because there must be, if suppose I'm getting for the $9, but again additionally $1 for the freight, $1 for the transportation, $1 for the packing charges, then again out of this it will become $13, $14, right? So
Oh, yeah.
so when you get the prices, you also need to be check that what is the gross price, okay, and we also need to be checked that what is the freight cost. Okay, and also we need to get the surcharges, any additional charges are there. Okay,
Yeah.
and we need to check that any packing charges, transportation charges, anything which is there, that will be taken to consider. Okay,
Yeah.
so all these prices once you calculated, then we'll be entering the information. Okay, so let's assume that I entered all this information.
Yeah.
Okay, now what you need to do? Then what is the next step?
Once they give us the price and the freight cost and surcharges,
Okay,
we would pay them, invoice them,
no,
or
no,
so they would send us an invoice.
No. Still, I didn't confirm, right? Still, I didn't confirm, right? How I can get the invoice? So there are so many suppliers are there. I didn't confirm that who is my supplier.
So we
Still, it is
choose
in
the
the
best one.
yeah. You need to be choose the best one.
Okay, so they already gave us all the price, everything, so we just have to look at and see which one has the
Yeah,
lowest numbers.
correct. So I'm just comparing price comparison.
Okay.
Okay, so price comparison is the one of the aspect to select the supplier.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so comparing all the suppliers quotations, price quotations, and selecting the best, right? Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now the step 2, identification of the suppliers, identification of the vendors, identification of the source of suppliers. Now I got that. Okay, so material, so selecting the best. If suppose out of this select when suppliers, okay, I assume that the supplier fifth, supplier 5 is
Yeah.
the my best vendor. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
price comparison, all these things. I'm just selecting that the best. So now I got so along this information, I got that the vendor also. Now I have the vendor as well.
Yeah.
The vendor is 5. All right.
Yeah.
Vendor, we selected vendor 5. Okay. So now, okay. In your home, you got the code, what groceries it is required, how much it is required, when it is required, and where exactly
Where?
it is required, and where I can buy. So that you got all this information. So then what you will do?
Yeah.
The next step.
You will actually purchase the material.
Yeah, purchase the material. Correct, exactly. So purchase the material. To purchase this material, you need to write the order. All right.
Oh,
So
sorry, you cut off. What was that?
you need to write the order
Oh,
from
okay.
your point. Yeah, you need to write the order, right? So
Yeah.
so I will write the order, purchase order.
Yeah.
So from my point of view, when I'm buying this product, okay, from my point of view, it is my PO. Okay, I'm creating the PO, purchase order.
Yeah. Just
Okay,
one.
okay, but if you think about that you are the supplier. From the supplier point of view, this document is, what is that from your point of view?
Invoice requisition. Sorry, invoice verification. I
No,
wrote
no.
it.
Purchase this order. Okay. So as a buyer, okay, I'm buying from the you. So as a buyer, I'm raising the order for purchase order. Okay. But as a supplier from you, if suppose you are the supplier, from your point of view, okay. So what is
Yeah.
this order?
Well, external purchasing document.
Customer order, no? From your point of view, I am the customer, right?
Okay. So it'd be
From
customer.
yeah, from my point of view, you are the my supplier. From your point of view, I'm the customer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are talking about the supplier side. So obviously we are talking about the only purchase order.
So
Okay.
for the customer, it's the purchase order. For the supplier, it's the customer order.
From the sales point of view, it is a customer order because
Yeah.
they are supplying the goods. From the buying concept view, we are buying the product. It's a purchase order.
Purchase order. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
obviously how it will be happen in case of okay, I will take that one diagram here. Okay, so suppose let's assume that this is the okay, so let's assume that this is the company. This is the company buying the product. Okay,
Yeah.
so I can say company. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now if I see that okay, so this is company code, company, and this is the supplier.
Yeah.
Okay, so then 1 minute. No?
Yeah. Yeah. No problem.
Okay, it's disconnected. Okay, sorry. So this is the company from my company. So this is the supplier. So in this
Yeah.
point of view, okay, if I'm buying, okay,
From the company's point of view.
yeah, from my point of view, if I'm
Yeah.
buying, okay, then it is a purchase order, right?
Purchase order. Yeah.
The supplier point of view, he is supplying the goods, okay.
Customer order.
So this is the customer order, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So customer order. Yeah.
Do we call it CO for
So
customer order? Or
we can say S4. Okay.
SSO.
Sales order. Customer
Sales
order.
order.
Yeah. Okay. So if the supplier also using SAP and our company also using SAP, then this PO will convert it as a sales order.
Okay.
So this SO PO will be converted as a
SO. Sales order.
sales order in the my supplier system. Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, now what they will do immediately, they will be preparing the delivery. They will preparing the delivery.
Yeah.
So outbound delivery, they will be preparing the delivery and they will dispatch the goods to my company, right?
Yeah.
So from here again, I will get the stock. So when I'm receiving the stock, so from my point of view, it is my point of view, I'm receiving the goods. So GR, goods received.
It's received.
Okay. From
Yeah.
their point of view, sales point of view, it is a delivery and goods issue. PJ, post goods issue.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, so here what will be happen? See here, if you see that from sales order to delivery, the next process from the customer side. So from the supply side, they are preparing the S4 to delivery. Then they will do the GR, right?
Yeah.
Now what they will do again? They will be creating that. They will be creating that billing.
Yeah.
Billing to the customer, right? So
Yeah.
so in the supplier side, they will create a billing document. Okay. So that
Yeah.
billing document will captured into my system. Okay. From
Yeah.
MM point of view. Okay. My MM point of view, if it is captured, then that is a vendor invoice. This is a vendor invoice.
Vendor invoice.
Okay. So when I'm talking about it, when I'm talking about from MM point of view, okay. So I can, let's simple. I can say MM here, okay, and if I can simply say SD, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So MM point of view, my process is purchase order, goods receipt, invoice.
Yeah.
And from the SD point of view, sales order, delivery, PGI, and billing. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the I'm just giving the example. What is the difference between SO from the SD point of view and MM point of view? Okay.
Yeah.
So now we are creating only purchase order from our end. Okay.
Yeah.
So from our end, we'll be creating the purchase order. In this purchase order, what we are mentioning, okay, how I know all the I know what is the required and who is the required and to whom I need to. So I'll just entering that all this information. Okay. So this is material accident, quantity, delivery date, and plant and vendor. All this information I know. Now I'm creating the order to the my vendors file. Okay. Vendors file. I created a purchase order. So what will be happen in the next one? Okay. This purchase order is converted to sales order in their system. Okay. Okay. So that's why when they are creating the from the SD point of view, when they are creating the sales order, they will enter the PO number. That is this PO number.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So you understand, right? What is the difference between MM and SD, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the sales, this sales and distribution, and this is the material management. Okay.
Okay. SD sales and distribution.
Yeah. This is sales and distribution. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm just created all these things, and then PO I sent to my vendor file. Okay. So now what they will do from a supplier point of view, they will prepare the delivery and they will do the PGA. Okay.
Picking.
Yeah, picking, packing, all these things they will do from their point of view. So now in between, before sending this information, what I'm expecting from them, okay, I'm expecting that acknowledgement. I can expecting that confirmation from the supplier, because I don't know, right, whether he received my PO or not, whether he is confirmed to delivery or not. I don't know, right? So I'm expecting that whether you received my PO, so that acknowledgement you received or not. I'm expecting the acknowledgement, and I'm expecting that shipment, what the further shipments, what they were doing, and confirmation when I can expect that, because
So the
my
customer.
target, my target date is 10th, right? Before 10th, I need to get that. So I need to be follow up to the vendor. Did you supply these goods or not? When I can get this stock? So that follow upping I'm doing, right? So that we call PO monitoring.
PO monitoring.
Okay. So PO monitoring is nothing but like it's like a reminder mail, sending to reminder mails to the vendors. Okay. And getting the confirmation. Yeah.
So PO monitoring is the supplier confirming with the customer that they got the order, the purchase order.
Correct. Exactly. So acknowledgement.
Okay.
Okay. Acknowledgement and confirmation. So let's take a small example. Okay. If you have any food app is there? Any food app is there? Let's say KFC, McDonald's, right? So you order something, online. Okay. Then you got the acknowledgement. Okay, boss. So we received your order. Okay. So from my stores, they confirm that they received your order. Right. That is our acknowledgement. Then confirmation. Okay, you are getting soon within the 30 minutes you will get this order.
Yeah. So that's the
So,
PO monitoring.
confirmation, right?
Yeah.
So that is the monitoring. In case if you didn't get this acknowledgement or confirmation, immediately you calling to the your customer care or food app store, or it may be McDonald's. You calling them. So did you receive this order? Whether you got this order? I'm ordered this product. I didn't get any confirmation. I didn't get any product for as of now. So just following that. That following we called as a monitoring.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah. Clear.
So you let's think when you are doing process step, just think about that. You are the buyer. So
Yeah.
when you order something, yes, I'm ordering. Then what I can do? I can just check my status. Okay, whether I get the stock or not, whether I got the acknowledgement or not, whether I got this. So all these things you have to do. Okay, in a
Yeah.
SAP. Clear?
Yeah.
Then, so purchase order is completed, purchase order created, and purchase order monitoring is completed, and they confirm that we will be get the stock within the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 1 hour, 2 days, 3 days. Then what is the next? The next step is
Goods issued.
goods receipt. Okay, goods receipt.
Yeah.
So that means I am receiving the stock.
You're receiving the as the buyer.
So from their point of view, the delivery PJ is completed. My point of view, I'm receiving the GR.
Yeah.
Right? So in the GR, I'm just comparing that whether I received the same material, the same quantity, and the date when it is received, and the plant, okay, and whether I received from this supplier or different suppliers. All this information I'm entering. So if I order something 1,000 pieces, if I received only 500 pieces, then I will be post for the 500 pieces. Then I will be validate that 500 pieces only. Right?
Yeah.
So after goods received, then the next step is I received the invoice, vendor invoice. That invoice contains how much I need to pay to the vendor, and did the price of the material, tax information, all these things will be there in the vendor invoice.
Yeah.
So that vendor invoice, that means whatever I got this bill, customer bill, I'm paying that amount to vendor, right?
So are
So
you paying? Do you get the vendor invoice after you've received the goods?
yeah, obviously, right? When you will
Okay.
pay. So McDonald's, so if there is a something which is like advance payment, okay, when you creating the purchase order, you can pay advance payment. Some case it will be like after that only, because
Oh,
once you receive the stock only, so you'll be pay something. If it is
yeah.
door delivery, okay, if it is like cash on delivery, what will do?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you'll be pay all this amount after you receive, right? So you need to be
Yeah.
verified that how much quantity you received, what is the price in the PO. See in the PO price you said something $5, $10. That you in the invoice is correct or not, and all this information you entered, that you are verified, then you are accepted, then immediately the finance team will pay the amount to vendor.
Yeah.
So that is the payment.
Payment to vendor. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the entire cycle will start with purchase requisition, identification of the requirement. Okay. So let's try to understand again step by step here. So the first step is identification of the requirement.
Yeah.
Identification of the requirement. Right. So identification of the requirement is nothing but like a purchase requisition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Purchase.
Then yeah. So
And
then
step two, identify
identification of
vendors.
identify the
Vendors.
vendor. Okay. So in the part of the identified supplier, what is that we have? We have that RFQ, then quotation, then comparison of the quotations, and selecting the best vendor. Right.
Yeah.
Then after that, we'll create the purchase order. Okay. So the selected best vendor, we are creating the PO. Then we are monitoring PO.
Yeah.
Then goods receipt. Okay, then goods
Yeah.
issue, invoice verification. Then payment. So this is the cycle by buying cycle, right? So from
Yeah.
MM point of view, this is the standard actual general process in whatever it's going on. Again, in the inside, again advance payments and some freight related payments and some additional cost and all that is a separate. This is a general
Yeah.
normal standard process. This is okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whenever you required, okay, whenever you required, you started with PR and it will be ending the payment. Okay.
Payment.
So
Yeah.
is it every time which is required this identification of the supplier?
No.
No, because if I if I decided that okay every time I'm regularly buying from the one vendor, okay, the next time I can skip this one. I can create PR and PO directly.
Oh, because they already have the information.
Yeah, you already knows the vendor. So there is a one
Oh, okay.
concept like vendor known or vendor unknown. Vendor unknown
Oh,
is nothing but like a so still I'm not aware this is a new product. So I'm just looking for the suppliers. Right.
okay.
But
Yeah.
if I already knows and who can supply and he's my best vendors, okay, then I can directly order to that product, that
Yeah.
vendor, right?
Yeah.
So, so there is a two concept like vendor knowns, vendor unknown. Okay,
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah.
So this is the P2P cycle. So it start with the requisition and ending with the payment. So this is the
Yeah.
we called procurement to pay cycle. Okay.
So,
So in interview point of view, if they're asking about what is the procurement to pay cycle, we need to explain that this process.
yeah.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
steps.
Yeah. All the steps, which is like 5 steps, it is there. 6 or 7 steps are there. These steps we have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then and then identifying the suppliers, you can either have it or not have it, depending on if you've purchased from them before.
Yeah. Depends.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, as a standard process, you have to be explain all these things. Okay. But in
Yeah.
case there, in the interview point of view, if you want to be skip this RFQ, you can skip it. Okay. But
Yeah.
you need to be tell that okay, this is a standard process. If we know already supplier, then I don't need to be create a RFQ,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, then think. So any other questions here?
Oh, no, I understood. The diagram was very useful. This one
Yeah,
was
yeah,
good.
yeah. It's if you want to be, see the diagram simply, I'll show you one diagram.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll show you one diagram here to understand easily. Okay. See here. Okay.
Yeah.
The requisitioner. Okay. He write
Yeah.
the requisition. Okay. The requisitioner can be write the request what he needs actually. Okay. So how much it is
Yeah.
required, when it is required. He created a one requisition, purchase requisition. Then
Yeah.
it is going to approvals. Okay. If there might be because I can have the more requirements, but I cannot I cannot go to beyond the budget, right? In your home
Yeah.
also, if you're finding that groceries, okay, again in the groceries, someone have to be approved because I cannot simply go and buy all the groceries, right? They must be
Yeah.
have some control, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So, so approvals is nothing but like it. If they had a sequence of the approvals, finance department approvals and store department have to be approval because my house can be okay. I have only storage capacity 10 pieces. If I bought 10,000 pieces, I cannot store that, right? So
Yeah.
again, I need to get approvals from the store people also. So I'm planning to buy the 10,000 pieces. Do you have the space to load? Okay, do you have the space to keep the stock, right?
Yeah.
So there will be there must be have some approvals and they will look into that. Then the buyer purchasing group is nothing but like a the buyer person who is the responsible in your company. Okay, they will
Yeah.
create the RFQ and they will be finding the multiple vendors and sending this and comparison of the price, and they selected the one out of three vendors. They selected one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I will be creating the pivot. Again, pivot I can take the approvals again because I need to be validate whether pivot correctly there right or not, how much quantity they are. Actually, my recommend is 10,000 pieces. If I create a pivot for 20,000 pieces, then extra, right? It is. So
Yeah.
it is wrong. So again, the approvals need to be up. Pivot need to be verified and approved. Then it will go to the supplier. Then supplier will
Yeah.
dispatch the stock, and I will receive the GR. Then I will inform to the finance team and I will do the verification, then payment will be happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm.
this is a simple process like determining of the requirement, source determination. Source determination is not identification of the supplier. Then vendor
Yeah.
selection, PO processing, PO monitoring, then goods receipt, then invoice receipt. Okay.
Oh,
So this is
yeah.
complete cycle.
So, yeah. This one's nice. It has the pictures and all that. This is like what we did, except with the pictures.
Correct, exactly. But
Yeah.
this is the real time how it will be happen, and this is the normal process like
Yeah.
steps. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is what, okay, so which we discussed just now, right? Customer point of view, vendor point of view. Customer
Yeah.
point of view, I'm creating the sales order. Okay, and
Yeah.
vendor point of view, he is the receiving the order. So
Yeah.
sales order will be converted purchase requisition, purchase orders, and again invoice billing. So that is the which we discussed just now, right? So that
Yeah.
is the process. Okay, this is the process which we discussed.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Yeah, we'll continue tomorrow then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.